Bonjour les enfants, let's quickly revise all important questions of culture part now. Let's do it!
Okay, so let's revise quickly all the important questions of culture part, right? So I'll start from the lesson number 2, that is lesson 2. First question, which is so important, that is about education system. Of course, this whole chapter is education system. And yes, if you have prepared a letter, that is le système éducatif en France, then of course you can easily attempt any question related to culture. But let me tell you, this is important question. Let's do it first. So the question is, quels sont les différents niveaux du système éducation en France? This question can come in a different way, like they can write this also. À quel âge les élèves sont-ils aux différents niveaux du système éducation en France? So either they ask quels sont les différents niveaux du système éducation en France, that what are the different levels of education system, or they ask à quel âge les élèves sont-ils aux différents niveaux du système éducation en France, that is at which age the students are at different levels of education system. If you'll write this answer, it will solve your both, the both, questions answer you can give this way. And it's even additional knowledge you will give, if you'll write this way. So, these are, the first is l'école maternelle, that is the maternal school, l'école maternelle. So, this is the first level, right? The kind of question they are asking, and this is the age, the kind of question, second question. So, see, if you'll write, you will give even additional knowledge, and you'll get full marks, I believe. So the first is l'école maternelle de 2 ans à 6 ans. That is the maternal school from from 2 years to 6 years. Children, they stay there. Then we have l'école primaire, that is your primary school, and that is the 6 ans à 11 ans. That is from 6 to 11 years. Children, they are in l'école primaire. Then the third, we have college. College is not just like our Indian college. College is their school only. And college, the 11 ans à 15 ans, that is from 11 to 15 years, they are in college. Then we have lycée, right? You can either write only lycée, that also will work. But if you want to go in depth, then you can write down this also, that is a lycée général ou lycée professionnel, because they have two lycée, right? Lycée général and lycée professionnel. So the children from that is children from 15 to 18 years, they go in lycée, right? So there are 4 levels of education in school level, education system. L'école maternelle, 2 to 6 years, l'école primaire, 6 to 11 years, collège, 11 to 15 years, and lycée, that is 15 to 18 years. If you want to go in depth, you can write down lycée général, that that is all about arts, and lycée professionnel, that is professional studies, right? So this way you can mention. This is super duper important question. Now, there is another question, that is, jusqu'à quel âge l'enseignement en France est-il gratuit et obligatoire? Means till what age studies in France is free and mandatory. So this you must know. I think this is again there in your letter. That is, l'enseignement en France est gratuit et obligatoire jusqu'à 16 ans. This question will not come as 2 marks question, right? But the one, this which I have mentioned, the first question, right? This can come in 2 marks, of course. But rest of the questions which I'm going to cover, those can come in a different way, right? For example, this, till which age education is free and mandatory, that is saison. This can come in true, false, or fill ups, something like that, right? Match it, something like that. Then we have on obtient le bac. Yes, on bac, that is the short form is bac. Full form is baccalaureate. This is the full form, baccalaureate. This is what exactly? This is when you complete your lycée, right? After when your lycée studies are over, then at the end of the lycée you get a certificate which is so important, that is called baccalaureate. That is, the full form is baccalaureate. Short form people say bac. And that certificate, with the help of that certificate only, you can get admission in the university. All right, so that's very important certificate. So on behalf of bac only, different type of questions they can ask. For example, the first one is on obtient le bac, that is where we get the bac. The way I said, that is on obtient le bac dans un lycée. We get the bac in the lycée. Or we can say qu'on obtient. Instead of ou, you can write down qu'on, when we get. Then you can write à la fin de lycée, at the end of the lycée, quand on termine le lycée, when we finish the lycée, les études à lycée, right? So this way, anything means at the end of the lycée, you get baccalauréat. Then the same kind of question they can ask in a different way. Quel examen passe-t-on pour entrer dans une université? So which exam we clear to get admission in the university, to enter in the university? So that thing I already mentioned, that is baccalaureate. So whatever they ask, you have to write baccalaureate, or it can come in the match, right? There also, if this side is written lycée and another column they have written baccalaureate, so you have to match these two, right? So the baccalaureate you get at the end of the lycée, and then there is another certificate, that is brevet. Brevet. So brevet you get at the end of the college. So you get two certificates. One is brevet, one is baccalaureate. Brevet you get at the end of the college, right? So if anything is related to college or brevet, you can write that way. So they can ask qu'est-ce que le brevet? What is brevet? Le brevet est le diplôme délivré par l'État dans un collège. So le brevet is a diploma, right? Diploma certificate you're delivered by the l'État, by the state, dans un collège, in the collège. So à la fin de collège, at the end of the collège, on obtient le brevet. We get brevet, right? Or they can ask the same question, quel diplôme peut-on avoir quand on termine les études au collège? The same question when we get the brevet. So I already told you that is termine les études au collège, when we finish our studies in college. So two diplomas are important in this chapter, brevet and baccalauréat. Brevet we get à la fin de collège, and baccalauréat we get at the à la fin de lycée. Then, qu'est-ce que l'IUT, that is, this is a short form, okay? So this full form, you must know what is that. And that is l'IUT, that is l'Institut, LI means l'Institut Universitaire de Technologie. So this again can come either 2 marks, quite rare, but it can come in true false or match it or fill ups, anything like that. So you must know the full form, that is l'Institut Universitaire de Technologie, Institute of Technology. I mean, this is a technical university actually. On peut faire son enseignement supérieur. We can do our superior, there is a higher level studies en technologie, in the technology. On suit des cours de technologie dans un IUT. So, on suit means we follow, pursue. Cours de technology, that is the technology course, that any course which is related to technology we do on in this, And then this also quite rare come, but let's see little bit. So, qu'est-ce que terminal L et terminal S? So you must know a little bit. Terminal L est filière littéraire. So when you study, if you do terminal L, means you are doing your literature studies. If you do terminal S, means you are doing your science studies, right? So this is related to that. Yes. And then next question, 10th number. This thing is full form is again important. And this can come in fill ups. This sometimes can come, quite rare, can come in 2 marks. And it can come in your fill ups or true false or something like that. Yes, it can come in 2 marks as well, because some material is there to write. So 2 marks, of course, 5 questions you have to attempt, 7 will come. And it's not a one word answer, okay, because 2 marks you will get for 1 question. So definitely some material you have to write down. For example, in this question you have some material to write, so definitely there are chances that it can come in your exam. So for example, que savez-vous, what do you know about cruise? So first of all, the full form you must know, that is le cruise. Centre, R for regional, des œuvres, œuvre क्या है? This is O and E जुड़ा हुआ है, ठीक है? This is legature, that's why it is from O. œuvre, that is work. Universitaire et scolaire. So, Centre régional des œuvres universitaires et scolaires est un établissement public à caractère administratif qui a pour mission de favoriser l'amélioration des conditions de vie et de travail des étudiants. This is actually basically a kind of organization which helps the students, when some students are there. So it helps the students in their studies. It's not like study karwate hain. It's like if they face any problem in their studies or their, work life or something. So that is a kind of organization. So you can write down an établissement, that is a établissement public à caractère administratif qui a pour mission, which is for the mission of favoriser, means it favors, it helps l'amélioration, that is the improvement des conditions, the conditions de vie, that is the life conditions, et the travail des étudiants, and the work of students. So it is related to that. So that was about your chapter 2, but most important question will remain that only, that is your system éducation en France. And yes, what is baccalaureate, what is brevet, sort of things, and the two full forms EUT and cruise is there. Then come to chapter number 3, and super duper important question is the responsibilities of secretary. Please learn it, right? And you can add some more stuff. I have written this much only, but you can add some more stuff if you like, because it will come for 2 marks, and you can make a point system as well so that teacher cannot deduct marks. So quel est le travail d'un secrétaire? It can come this way, or they can ask quelles sont les responsabilités d'un secrétaire. So secretary's responsibilities, right? You have to mention in this. So damper the travail intellectuel. For example, you can start with this, that is le secrétaire a beaucoup de responsabilités, right? Le secrétaire, you can write here, le secrétaire a un secrétaire or une secrétaire, anything, une secrétaire a beaucoup de responsabilités. I'll copy from here because I don't have accents here now. So let me put here beaucoup de responsabilités. All right, you can start with this. Une secrétaire a beaucoup de responsabilités. A secretary has a lot of responsibilities. C'est un peu de travail intellectuel et manuel. This is the second point you can mention. All right. Then you can say, elle doit prendre des notes. Elle doit prendre, you can make a point. Elle doit prendre des notes. Elle, you can make, elle tape et imprime des lettres. All right. You can make another point that she type and print letters. Then you can write another point. Elle range les dossiers et prendre les photocopies. So this way, nobody can deduct your marks. You have put the point system, that is, une secrétaire a beaucoup de responsabilités. A secretary has many responsibilities. C'est un peu de travail intellectuel et manuel. It's a work intellectual. This is intellectual work, and manual, that is with hands, like manual work. Elle doit prendre des notes. She has to take the notes. Elle tape means she type. Et imprime means print. Les lettres, the letters, les documents, you can write le document also. Elle range, that is she manage, put away or manage, arrange. Les dossiers, that is files. Et prendre les photocopies and take the photocopies. This is super duper important question. Even in your sample paper also this question is there. So this is super duper important question. You can learn it, right? 2 marks you will get easily. Then this is also a kind of question. It used to come. Let's see, maybe this can come in exam because there is a stuff to write actually. Deuxième question, that is énumérer quelques objets qu'on peut trouver dans un bureau. So write down, मतलब number करो, numbering जे लिखो या लिखो तुसी, like some objects which we find in the bureau, that is in the office. So here it's a vocabulary based question. You have to write some of the vocabulary, stationery and all, whatever you find in the office. So do not write stupid things, right? Pani ki bottle, ye wo, chocolate. Don't write those things. So, on peut y trouver des stylos. We can find their stylo, des tombons, des stylos à billes. वैसे stylo लिखी दिए, stylo à billes, des rubans, adhesive tape, right? Des gomme eraser, agrafers, that is stapler, des règles, scale, les block note, that is notes, sticky notes, something, des dossiers, files, etc. So you can write down some of the material that whatever you find in the office. Then the next question is yes, this question is there this time in your sample paper, right? That is que peut-on faire si on n'a pas les moyens de payer les frais de ses études? So what we can do if we don't have the means to pay the frais, that is fees de ses études. If you don't have the ways to pay your tuition fee or your studies education जो भी है उसकी फीस भरने के पैसे नहीं है तो अब क्या करोगे? So this is in your sample paper. You can write down in your 2025-26 sample paper, board sample paper this time, right? So you can write down si on n'a pas les moyens de payer les frais de ses études, on pourra avoir des bourses. So we can get the books. A books kya hai is a kind of scholarship, right? You get from the government. So on pourra avoir, we could have des bourses, that's a scholarship, du gouvernement, from the government. So this is the thing which you can do if you don't have your own money to spend on your education. Ou trouver des emplois à mi-temps. Or we can trouver means find out des emplois, that is the job à mi-temps. Mi-temps means part-time wali job kar lo. Right? Mi-temps matlab part-time. So this question is in your sample paper, but but the important question is your that only. That is secretary ki responsibilities, right? Then we have this kind of question also you can revise super quick, you never know. So quelles sont les différentes parties d'un CV? In the CV, what are the different parts? So dans un CV, you know, right? CV resume, which you just submit, you know, or send to get job. So dans un CV, on trouve l'ensemble des renseignements, that is information. If this word you find it difficult, then you can write down information. So on trouve l'ensemble means we find together मतलब इकट्ठा सारा कुछ इकट्ठा लिखा हो सकता है मतलब at the same time renseignement, that is the information concernant l'état civil, that is about your whether you are single, you're married, blah blah blah, your personal information. Les titres, the titles, right? Les capacités du candidat, that is your capacity means your capabilities, whatever you have done, you know, votre éducation, qualification, your qualification, votre travail, like whatever you have done. So that thing you can write whatever is there in the CV. And then yes, this question is also the way crew we did, na? Crews. Similarly, LANP, they can ask what is LANP. The full form can be asked or somewhere, you know. So LANP is what? LANP signifie A for agence, N for national, P for pour, A for emploi. Okay. So Agence Nationale pour l'Emploi. This actually is an agency which helps to get job. मतलब आपको job ढूंढने में job के लिए help करती है. That is LANP. So if you have done your that letter where you are writing to your friend that okay, he's on chômage, that is il est au chômage, he's unemployed, and you write to your friend to motivate him, okay, you can get job, and in that also letter also you can write down this thing that you can apply here, you know, you can find job with the help of this agency. So LANP is what? L'agence, this is Agence Nationale pour l'Emploi, National Agency for Job. That's it. L'État, क्या है? C'était un organisme public en France qui aidait les personnes à trouver un emploi et les entreprises à recruter les employés, right? Trouver un emploi, to find this helps to find the job et recruter des employés and to recruit the people, that is the employees. Aider les chômeurs helps the chômeurs is unemployed people à chercher du travail, to find out the job. Proposer des offres d'emploi, offer the job offers. Donner des conseils professionnels, give the professional conseils and suggestions et advice, and orienter vers les formations. And it helps you orient, that is guide you for the formation, that is your training. देखो. Okay, so the most important question will remain the same, that is responsibility de secrétaire from this chapter. And then lesson 4, important question is quelles sont les formalités pour avoir une carte de lecture. This is most important question from chapter 4. That is, what are the formalities if you want to get your carte de lecture, that is your library card, sort of reading card. With the help of that card, you can get books, read and all. So how you can get that card? So first of all, pour avoir une carte de lecture, right? So what you need to do, in pièce d'identité, means this is not about your school library card, okay? This is about, sometimes we have national libraries and all, and you go there, and how you can get your books, because you are taking books. What if you do not submit anything, you don't have any ID and all, why and how they will give you books, isn't it? फिर तो आप books लेके भाग जाओगे. So of course they will, you have to get this, that is in pièce d'identité, your ID card should be there. You have to submit your ID card. In autorisation des parents, authorization means authorization, permission of your parents, that okay, ये हमारा बच्चा है, इसको books दे दो, and कुछ हो गया तो हम हैं, right? So in autorisation des parents. And then yes, very important, in quittance. Quittance होता है your slip जो है, bill जो है, slip है, the electricity bill, the receipt, it's a receipt of your electricity bill. Or you can say in quittance de loyer. Loyer means if you are staying on rent, if you have a rented house, then loyer, that is your rent wali slip, that okay, means address, pakka address is there na, कि okay, you are living here, and then they get your permanent address, that okay, this is your address. So this is most important question you people can learn. Please, the first thing which you need is for your carte de lecture, that is une pièce d'identité. Second is autorisation des parents. I'm in hurry because I know it's your exam and it's late, so that you revise quickly. Une quittance d'électricité ou de loyer. D'accord? And now you get this card, okay? And but what is the purpose? How it will help you? So the another question is important question, that is à quoi sert une carte de lecture, means what helps, what is the usage of this carte de lecture. ले तो लिया carte de lecture, इसके जरूरत क्या है, क्या help करेगा आपको? So that is also important question, that's why I've highlighted it. Avec une carte de lecture, with the help of with this carte de lecture, on peut emporter chez soi des livres. Emporter means you can carry, means you can get books from there and you can carry, you can take it at home, right? On peut emporter chez soi des livres. We can take along the books. des disques, des cassettes. आजकल तो वैसे cassettes और discs नहीं है, but फिर भी जो like these kind of things are available, so you can take those things from the library and you can take along. They diapositive de la bibliothèque. So some of the stuff you can take along, right? On peut emporter chez soi les livres. But the most important question is that, okay. Then, yes, sometimes the people ask you, okay, pourquoi on va à la bibliothèque? Bibliothèque is what? Library. Why we go to the library? Now you people have different reasons, but yes, the original reason is on va à la bibliothèque pour emprunter des livres. Emprunter means to borrow the books. And yes, sometimes they ask you, okay, in the true false, est-ce qu'on peut acheter des livres à la bibliothèque or de la bibliothèque? Can we buy books from the library? No. Acheter means buy, so be careful whenever the line is there in the true false. If it's written acheter des livres la bibliothèque, it means it's wrong. You cannot buy books from a library. You can emprunter, that is borrow books. So, on va à la bibliothèque pour emprunter les livres, books, les romans, that is the novels, les bandes dessinées, that is comic, on peut les emporter chez soi. We can take this books, at our place, et aussi lire et écouter sur place, and also read and listen Sur place means on the spot, there only, and the library you can do. So these are some important questions. And yes, some of the questions I have written here as well, those can come in different forms. So you must know these things as well, like Qui a écrit Le Petit Prince, right? The writer name of Petit Prince is a quite famous roman, that is a novel. So that is the person who has written, that is Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. So the name you must know. If it comes in match it or true false, something like that, you must know what is that. Then of course Panchtantra is Indian, so you must know that as well. So they can ask in that is a Phillips question. This can come, that is Qui a écrit le Panchtantra, who has written Panchtantra, that is Vishnu Sharma. There should be one space. Vishnu Sharma réuni le Panchtantra. He actually put all those stories together, right? That's why it's written réuni. He didn't write, but he actually put everything together. Au 5e siècle, right? And then we have Kia Pahot. So they can ask you simple in a different way. It's not 2 marks, but in a different way, they can ask you Qui est Pahot, that is c'est un écrivain français du 17e siècle. This is 17e, that is 17th century. It's a writer of 17th century. Then il a écrit Le Petit Chaperon Rouge. That is Petit Chaperon Rouge, Red Riding Hood wala he wrote. And qui a écrit Le Tour du Monde en 80 jours, World Tour in 80 days. Right? So who wrote? That is Jules Verne. This is quite famous writer, okay? Jules Verne. Okay, qu'est-ce que le Panchtantra? Now Panchtantra is what exactly Panchtantra? That is, c'est une collection de contes. This is collection of contes. Conte is what? That is a kind of moral story sort of. A fable, that is a imaginary stories, right? Fable. Sanskrit, in Sanskrit, on 5 livres, in 5 books, right? So Panchtantra is that. So you must know, but otherwise most important question will remain. That is, quelles sont les formalités pour avoir une carte de lecture from the 4th chapter. Then we have from the 5th chapter, important question is, qu'est-ce qui construit les médias? They can ask you, one question. I mean, they can ask you question on media in a different way. So they can ask you either qu'est-ce qui constitue les médias? What makes the media? Means what is media exactly? Or qu'est-ce que c'est le média? What is media? À quoi sert le média? What is the use of media? So any type of question comes, you simply write down le média est un moyen de diffusion d'information. The media is a moyen, that is the way. The diffusion means to spread. L'information, the information. Media is the way of spreading information. Of course, with the help of media, we spread information. Et utilisé pour communiquer, and it is used to communicate. Then we have le deuxième point, second point you can write down, because they ask na qui constitue media, what constitutes media? Media hai kya? That is, you can write down la radio, la télévision, la presse écrite. Presse écrite means press writing, that is akhbar vagera, journaux, right? Newspapers. Constitue les médias. Right? This is media. Et les médias nous donnent, because they asked what it helps. Les médias nous donnent des nouvelles. Nouvelle means news. Okay. Media gives us news. It influence l'opinion publique and influence the public opinion. So if anything comes, right, you write all those 3 points. So you will get your 2 marks easily. Then yes, this is very important question. I don't know why. It's just a definition, that is zappe. Ça veut dire quoi zappe? What is zappe? Qu'est-ce que c'est zappe? So zappe is what actually when you just change channel, quickly, that is called zappe. So you can write down ça veut dire passer d'une chaîne means pass, d'une chaîne from one channel de télé of television à l'autre, to another channel. So passer d'une chaîne de télé à l'autre means change karna channel, right? Fatafat. That is called zappe. This is also, I don't know why, but this is an important question. Huh? Quelles sont les différentes rubriques de journal? What are the important rubrique headings of journal? Means when you take newspaper, so what are the different headings? So the heading you can find out, it's about météo, that is about the weather, la culture about culture, sport about sports, And les petites annonces, that is some advertisements are there. Et ce sont des rubriques. These are some general headings, right? And yes, these kind of questions sometimes can come in 2 marks, because these you have to write two things, 2 words and 2 marks you can easily get. Nommer deux journaux français, two French newspapers, and these are quite common newspapers in France, that is Le Monde et Le Figaro. Monde, this is also very important. I read actually Le Monde, and this is a TV channel, not, this is a news channel as well. Le Monde, Le Figaro. All right, these are two newspapers you can remember. Nommez deux magazines françaises, two magazines also remember, that is La Femme Actuelle. Magazines ladies के ऊपर ज़्यादा होती है, तो you can remember La Femme Actuelle. Actuelle means current, the current ladies. So all about updates of lady. Then we have Elle. Elle means she. So that is also a kind of magazine. So you can remember two magazine names. That is La Femme Actuelle. Don't know, ladies, La Femme Actuelle and Elle. Then they can ask you the next question, 6. They can ask you this question in different way. I have written separate, but they can ask you what is quotidien, what is hebdomadaire, what is qu'est-ce que c'est quotidien, qu'est-ce que c'est hebdomadaire, qu'est-ce que c'est mensuel. So the definitions, and give some examples. So they can ask you that way. So if I just talk about the first one, that is qu'est-ce qu'un quotidien, what is quotidien. Otherwise also quotidien means daily, right? So daily क्या आता है, newspaper mostly, right? So we can say qu'est-ce que c'est qu'est-ce qu'un quotidien, what is a quotidien, nommé en deux. You have to write down two. So un quotidien est un journal. Quotidien is a newspaper qui paraît tous les jours. Tous les jours means every day. And two names of newspaper you have already done. They can sometimes mix and match two questions, like this one. Okay, what is quotidien, and two, this, that's why it can come in 2 marks. Then we have hebdomadaire. It's not habdo. Okay, please be careful. It's hebdomadaire. H is silent. Hebdomadaire is weekly. Okay. And the next question is mensuel, matlab monthly. And quotidien was daily. So quotidien daily, hebdomadaire weekly, mensuel monthly. So they can ask you qu'est-ce qu'un hebdomadaire, what is hebdomadaire, and nommer en deux. So hebdomadaire क्या है? It's a kind of magazine. देखो, quotidien newspaper है, and hebdomadaire कोई magazine है. Like c'est un magazine, it's a magazine qui paraît une fois par semaine. Quotidien tous les jours, right? This is une fois, matlab once. Par semaine, per week, it comes once. And you can remember the name, L'Express, Paris Match. D'accord? And then we have, sometimes it come L'Express in the match, the column. L'Express is written this side, and if another side is written hebdomadaire, means you have to match L'Express with hebdomadaire. Okay? Then we have the next question, that is qu'est-ce qu'un mensuel? What is mensuel? That is monthly. So monthly क्या है? Again, magazine, sometimes some magazines come monthly. Newspaper cannot come monthly. Na? So this is c'est un magazine qui paraît une fois par mois. It was une fois par semaine, once in a week, hebdomadaire, and mensuel means once in a month. And Le Monde Diplomatique or CL Espace, two names you can remember. Then nommer quelques chaînes télévision. chaîne मतलब channel, कुछ channel है television के, याद कर लो. This Art is really important channel. It's wonderful. I watch it. And TV5 Monde also, I watch this channel. So Art, TV5 Monde, this is, it comes in India also, like TV5 Monde Azi sometimes. Okay, so Canal Plus, you can remember some channel names. And then if they ask you simply alone about TV5 Monde, then this is a chaîne française. This is a French television channel. Considéré comme opérateur officiel, it's a official operator de la francophonie. So francophonie means French speaking. On peut regarder TV5 Monde en Inde. Yes, sometimes they can ask you in true false. Est-ce qu'on peut regarder TV5 Monde en Inde? Can we watch TV5 in India? Yes, oui. C'est vrai. It's true, okay? Radio, two radio channels you can write down. That is RFI. This is my favorite. I watch. And that is, il y a des chaînes de radio comme Europe 1, RFI, France Musique Radio. The names you can remember. Okay, so nommer quelques tâches ménagères. Some tâches ménagères, kar de kam. That is household chores. So here if they ask you nommez quelques tâches ménagères, que vous faites, that what you do. I know Indian students, you do not do tâches ménagères, you just study and your parents do. But do not write that I don't do any tâches ménagères. You write down because they want to know that you know some vocabulary or not. Okay, do not say कि मैं तो कोई tâches ménagères करता नहीं या करती नहीं. You write down some of vocabulary, that is j'aide ma mère, I help my mother à faire la cuisine, means kitchen में cooking वगैरह करने में I help. À faire le ménage, that is some household task. À faire la faire la lessive is कपड़े धोना, उसमें help करता हूँ. À faire la vaisselle, vaisselle है बर्तन धोना. À faire les courses, that is shopping करना, grocery वगैरह. So these are some of the things which you can mention. Then we have nommé the musées nationaux. Two museums जो हैं, that is quite famous one, you can write down musée d'Orsay and musée du Louvre. Musée du Louvre तो पता ही है ना, ये वाला pyramid से वाला, right? And musée d'Orsay. So two names you can write down. And if they ask you something more about musée d'Orsay and musée Louvre, you can mention some more things. For example, musée d'Orsay, if they ask you où se trouve le, no, this is about Louvre Museum. Où se trouve la grande pyramide? Pyramide वो वही वाला जो मैंने अभी बनाया. Pyramide कहाँ है? Glace का. So that is actually they are talking about Louvre Museum. Qui a construit la pyramide? C'est l'architecte sino-américain. This is Ion Ming Pei. So if they ask कि इसने क्या बनाया, so that is pyramide dans le Louvre, इसने बनाया. Qui a construit une grande pyramide devant le Louvre? In front of Louvre के सामने पहले पिरामिड सा बना हुआ है ग्लास का, एंट्री के लिए, that is इस बंदे ने बनाया. Que savez-vous du musée d'Orsay? Now they are talking about, but पहले ये Louvre Museum कर लेते हैं, 17 नंबर. Le musée du Louvre est le plus grand musée à Paris. एक लाइन तो आपकी इसमें चली जाएगी कि पेरिस का सबसे बड़ा म्यूजियम है. On y trouve environ, अब म्यूजियम में तो पेंटिंग्स तो होंगी, you can find out. On y trouve, we find here 6,000 peintures, 6,000 paintings you get find here. If you want to give more information, then you can write down more. Otherwise, two things you can write down. This is the most this is the biggest museum in Paris, and 6,000 paintings are there. The second point. If you want, you can write down something more, like autrefois means पहले जमाने में il était le palais des rois. It used to be the palace of kings. Maintenant, c'est un musée de renommée mondiale depuis 2 siècles. 2 siècles मतलब 2 siècles से, 2 सेंचुरी से ये एक बहुत फेमस, रनोमे मतलब बहुत फेमस, मोंडियाल मतलब पूरे वर्ल्ड का फेमस ये एक म्यूजियम है. एंड म्यूजियम d'Orsay जो है, यू कैन राइट सम इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट म्यूजियम d'Orsay. अगर वो कोई पूछ ले कि क्या है, ये भी पेरिस में है, दैट इज se trouve à Paris. ये तो लिख ही देना ना दोनों में. se trouve à Paris. On y trouve les peintures impresses. इसमें भी पेंटिंग्स ही है, म्यूजियम में तो पेंटिंग्स मिलेंगी, तो यू कैन राइट डाउन दिस. ठीक. एंड देन ये पता नहीं क्यों पूछ लेते हैं कई बार, अगर हल्का फुल्का मैच इट या ब्लैंक्स में आ जाए कि नोमे इन पेंसिल सेलेब्र द वैन गॉग, इसने कौन सी एक टूर्नसोल, ये सूरजमुखी के फूल से हैं, उसकी पेंटिंग है. सो दिस बंदा जो है वैन गॉग ही मेड. Yes, now super important question is there from 7th chapter, that is qu'est-ce que la sécurité sociale, right? What is sécurité sociale? They can ask even this question also. तो आपको तब फुल फॉर्म लिखनी होगी. अभी दे कैन आस्क यू ये qu'est-ce que c'est la sécu, what is sécu, sécu क्या है. ठीक है, अगर वो पूछे sécu क्या है, तो पहले तो ये तब भी कुछ भी पूछे, qu'est-ce que c'est la société sociale, sécurité sociale, qu'est-ce que c'est la sécurité sociale, social security क्या है, la couverture sociale क्या है, social coverage, और la sécu, sécu is a short form. If they ask you anything, you write this full form, this full-fledged thing. La sécurité sociale is actually social security, you get when you start living in France. So it's kind of card, you need not to pay anything. If you get any kind of problem, of course, they will cover like everything, right? So this is what la sécurité sociale, short form is la sécu. It's une organisation officielle. This is official organization. Visant means aiming. Assurer means to assure la sécurité matérielle, whatever is your material security. The travailleur, that is of workers. If you're working in a company, of course, then they give you the security. ए द लर फामी एंड देयर फैमिली मीन्स इफ समबडी इज वर्किंग एम्प्लॉय है तो उसकी सारे मटेरियल की उसकी सब चीज की जिम्मेवारी सिक्योरिटी एंड द फैमिली की जिम्मेवारी औकाद मालदी मालदी मतलब सिकनेस अगर कोई बीमारी है उसके रिलेटेड या लक्सीदों दुट्रावाई कोई एक्सीडेंट हो जाए वर्क से वर्क के रिलेटेड वर्क प्लेस पे या कुछ भी कभी कोई मिसहैपनिंग हो जाए देन ऑल्सो दे कवर the maternity means it's about your maternity. It's about when, like, if you are pregnant, so of course you are working. Your baby is all, delivery is responsibility. Everything is there. They cover. E allargahunti un retreat. And they guarantee the retreat, that is a retirement also they take care. So this is super important question. You must know about French culture. This thing that is, qu'est-ce que c'est la sécurité sociale? This can come in 2 marks and it is there in your sample paper also. देखो ये अच्छे से कर लो. Then quel sport faites-vous pour rester en forme? छोटा मोटा हल्का फुल्का क्वेश्चन है. What kind of sports you do to be fit? तो लिख दो, कुछ भी लिख देना. Nous faisons और pour rester en forme, you can write down je fais de la natation et de l'aérobic, whatever you do. Je fais जो भी करते हो आप. Anything you can write. Now this is again 8th chapter, super important question, that is comment pouvons-nous protéger notre planète? How we can protect our planet, our environment, so those things. तो 2 नंबर पूरे जबरदस्त important question है. On peut protéger notre planète en réduisant le gaspillage. En réduisant means by reducing. Le gaspillage means wastage. Okay, वेस्टेज, अब कई तरीके की वेस्टेज है, उसको रोक दो, रिड्यूस कर दो, तो यू कैन सेव योर प्लैनेट. ये हमें पता है, बट फ्रेंच में पढ़ना जरूरी है. लैंग्वेज फ्रेंच में. डू नॉट राइट आंसर्स इन इंग्लिश, यू विल नॉट गेट एनी क्रेडिट. दिस इज नॉट अ जीके पेपर और English paper. This is French paper. You have to write everything in French. ठीक है. So en réduisant le gaspillage de l'eau. L'eau क्या है? पानी. So wastage of water रोकोगे तो of course you can save planet. Réduisons le gaspillage de l'eau. Et d'autres sources naturelles. D'autres means other. Sources means sources. Naturel मतलब natural. So other natural resources को अगर आप save करोगे या उसका wastage नहीं होने दोगे तो you can save planet. D'accord? On réduit le gaspillage de l'eau et d'autres sources naturelles. On doit réduire la pollution. We must reduce the pollution et le réchauffement de la terre. Réchauffement means heating the terre, that is earth, that is a global warming. ये réchauffement climatique ये सब रोकोगे तो we can save our planet. So यही चीजें आप point बना के लिख दो. Right? And then the similar question again it can come, that is qu'est-ce que c'est protéger l'environnement? What is saving of environment? The similar kind of questions means c'est protéger notre source de nourriture et d'eau potable. That is our source of nourriture, food को बचाना, और लो पोताबल ड्रिंकेबल वाटर को बचाना. Sinon toute pollution finit par se retrouver un jour dans notre nourriture. फिर सारा नष्ट हो जाएगा सब कुछ. मेन क्वेश्चन ये है, आप ये कर लो, protéger notre planète. Then how we can save water? This also sometimes can come. Comment peut-on conserver de l'eau? That is, on peut arroser le jardin le soir. Arroser मतलब पानी देना पौधों को. ठीक है. On peut, we can arroser le jardin. We can water our garden le soir. Evening में पानी दो, क्योंकि evening में पानी कम मतलब ना होएगा वेस्ट. तो गर्मी में दोगे तो वो तो बहुत ज्यादा एब्जॉर्ब होएगा और गर्मी. So this is pour conserver de l'eau. That is to conserve water. Et on doit fermer le robinet quand on n'en a pas besoin. Fermer le robinet, fermer मतलब बंद करना, robinet मतलब tap. तो quand on n'en a pas besoin, when we do not need it, we must turn off the tap. Okay. So this way you can conserve water. Then next super duper important question, hero, that is président français. So it can come this way, that is, connaissez-vous les responsabilités du président français? Or it can come in this way, that is, quelles sont les responsabilités du président français? Do not mix this question. Sometimes children, what they do, they write down responsibility du secrétaire in the president and president responsibilities in secretary. Please do not mix these two questions. President के responsibilities क्या हैं? And you can write down this way, le président actuel. चाहे पूछा चाहे नहीं पूछा, you can write down extra Le président actuel de la France, that is the current president of France, is Emmanuel Macron. This name you remember, and if you have done the political system of France, that letter I have already uploaded one very detailed video, so you can check the political system of France. In that, if you have covered, you can cover all those things easily. So Emmanuel Macron is the person, is the president. Il a beaucoup de responsabilités. He has many responsibilities. So this is the second point. Il représente le pays entier. He represents the full country. All right. Next point, we can write down quand il voyage officiellement, when he travel officially à l'étranger in the foreign countries. Il parle au nom de la France. He speaks at the name of France et de tous les Français and on behalf of all the French people. Then next point you can write down, il nomme les autres personnalités. He nominate the higher personalities de l'état of the state, like le premier ministre को भी यही nominate करता है, et les ambassadeurs and the ambassadors, right? Il est aussi le chef des armées. He is also the chef des armées, that's the head of the army. So this is super important question. You can learn it, right? And 2 marks पक्के हैं. एंड देन अगर पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम फ्रांस कर लिया है तो बाकी सारे क्वेश्चन सारे छोटा मोटा ही है वैसे ही. Quel est le siège de l'Assemblée nationale? That is le Palais Bourbon. Qui s'appelle le sénateur? Right? Les membres de sénat. sénateur किसको बोलते हैं? जो मेंबर्स होते हैं सेना के, जो उसके 2 असेंबलीज है ना, असेंबली नेशनल et सेना. तो सेना के मेंबर्स को बोलते हैं sénateur. l'Assemblée nationale के मेंबर्स को बोलते हैं député. Right? So then we have le président de la France travaille et vit au palais de l'Élysée. Sorry, this is a question. Où travaille-t-il? Where he works and live. फ्रांस का प्रेसिडेंट कहाँ रहता है वैसे? तो दैट इज पाले दिलीजे. शॉन्जेलिजे नहीं लिखना, ठीक है? शॉन्जेलिजे के पास रहता है, बट पाले मतलब पैलेस में रहता है, दिलीजे. देन के अच्छा, दिस इज फ्रॉम द योर ऑन्ट्रोजन बुक में से है. qu'est-ce qu'on fait si on tombe sur un répondeur? répondeur मतलब होता है जैसे आपकी वॉइस मेल में चला जाता है मैसेज. तो si on tombe sur un répondeur, on laisse un message. अगर आपका फोन कर रहे हो वो वॉइस मेल में चला गया तो आपको एक मैसेज छोड़ना होता है. tomber sur un répondeur का मतलब है वॉइस मेल में मैसेज जाना. si on tombe sur un répondeur, on laisse un message. we drop a message après la beep sonore. after the sonore sound, जो beep sound बजती है उसके बाद आपको एक मैसेज छोड़ना होता है. Le président de la France est élu pour combien d'années? ये तो सबको पता है कितने साल के लिए वो इलेक्ट होता है. दैट इज pour 5 années. देन qui élit le président de la France? Who elect the फ्रांस का प्रेसिडेंट को कौन इलेक्ट करता है? पप्ल, जनता. ओके. एली le président de la France. की नॉम le premier ministre? प्रीमियर मिनिस्टर को कौन करता है? ये हमने बोला ही अभी कि फ्रांस का प्रेसिडेंट है वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर को इलेक्ट करता है. देन और दूसरे मिनिस्टर्स को भी वही करता है, राइट? भी हमने अभी कर लिया है. सो दैट्स ऑल. बट हीरो क्वेश्चंस यही वाले हैं जो मैंने पीले पीले हाईलाइट किए हैं. दैट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ फ्रांस, हाउ वी कैन प्रोटेक्ट आवर प्लैनेट, सिक्योरिटी सोशल, 2 marks वाले. ओके. देन जापे क्या है, मीडिया क्या है, एंड देन वी हैव कार्ट द लेक्चर के बारे में, राइट? फॉर्मेलिटी क्या है लेने की. एंड देन वी हैव this बहुत important secretary की responsibilities. and then we have different levels of education system, right? so that's all. revise and पेपर के बाहर खड़े खड़े भी फोन ले आते हो ना, तभी एक बार पूरी वीडियो सुन के रिवाइज करके and just go to exam. all the best, bonne chance, au revoir, bonne nuit. Okay, bye bye.